Hello, welcome to the Yup Yeah Yes podcast with Marissa and Tamieka. On today's show, we're talking about partying and clubbing. Are you ever too old to drop it like it's hot? So, we'll be getting into that. Anyway, before we dive into that, how are you, Marissa?
I'm fantastic. How's your cough this week?
It's not great, but I will be coughing today, but hopefully today will be the last day. I do have a doctor's appointment on Monday to get this taken care of. Do they give you like a cortisone shot or something like that?
I don't know.
The last time it happened, she gave me pills, and then I was, I have asthma, so I was on the pump.
Oh, yeah.
So I was pumping away, not the good pump, not least the Vanderpump.
Or fist pumping in a glove?
Not fist pumping. Look at you. Oh, look at you. Straight into today's topic. So the reason why I actually wanted to bring it up is because, as you know, tomorrow's my birthday.
Yeah,
and my
girl.
birthday's on a Friday, so I was like,
do you drop it like it's hot?
Am I too old to go to the club? Am I too old to go get my eagle on, drop it like it's hot? Am I too old to, shake my tail feather? What are those songs? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Though.
Shake it like a Polaroid
too old?
picture?
Shake it like a Polaroid. Oh, that was the jam, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, am I too old? And is anybody ever too old? And the other thing too with that is, as I got older, I realized that the word partying ain't what it used to mean. So you can't be telling everybody that you party,
no.
Because they'd be like, oh, we're coming to the bathroom. You know what I mean? So anyway, I don't do that kind of partying.
Well, I think people can deduce if they have spoken to you or speak to someone. I think people can deduce.
No, I don't think so, because we went out one time and I turned my head and somebody's like, you party? And there was a tray of something, and yeah. I don't get down like that.
So usually the rule of thumb is if you have to ask, then you already know the answer. But I'm so glad we're talking. But I think there are exceptions, because I feel like, I don't know. It's crazy because I remember, being in the club back in my heyday and looking around, I'm like, ew, he's fucking 40 and he's here clubbing. But I'm like, but why not? You
say why not now? Were you saying why not then? Or were you just focused on...
It was a little bit of both.
And they were usually older than 40?
Oh, yeah, but they were also hitting on young girls. So there was like an undertone there that didn't sit well. But I don't know. So this is such a hard topic because I feel like if you want to go out and party, go out and party. But there are also establishments that cater to the adult crowd. So, you don't have to party everywhere.
You can party till 10.
You can party till 10. That's a perfect night for me, though. I'm a sleeper.
I don't know. I just feel like unless it's like an invitation, like
an
party,
event, yeah.
Like I really in my mind, I'm like, for example, my cousin. Shout out to my cousin, DJ Blends. He's been posting about this grown and sexy type of thing on Thursdays.
Perfect.
And it's like drink specials and stuff like that. It's like a happy hour thing, I think.
Oh, I like that.
So I wouldn't mind going to that and sitting down, like lounging, listening to the DJs, some 90s hip hop, that kind of thing. But is it like, I guess I'm not too old to party.
Are you going to go get your Kettle One and Cranberry and listen to Little Uzi Vert?
Who? Listen.
But
I'm still on 90s hip hop. Rest in peace, Craig Mack. Live in your ear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not... not to say that I know the songs of today,
right.
And the only reason why I even know any of the artists because technology has advanced. So like when I'm in my cousin's car and it says who's playing, it's like, oh, that's Drake. Oh, word.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know who Drake is. I'm not that old, but I'm just not really the club girl. But in my mind, I want to be.
But you never really were the club girl, though.
But I wanted to be. I like the idea of it.
Of being the club chick?
Yeah, but I just couldn't.
The out and about girl?
Even when I was in the music industry, it was like...
Yeah, but see, those events, they were like Monday through Thursday. We were done by 10. Snoring.
We were not done by 10.
Okay, well, listen. In my mind, I was.
Getting home at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't...
But I don't know. It was just a different atmosphere too, though. It wasn't the whole. I don't know. There's something. You know what? You know what I think the problem is? There's something very seedy at times for our area when you go to certain places.
Like, what do you mean?
You know how like that. You know what? You know when someone's on a prowl, and you've become bait, I guess, and they're hunting you. So it's like it's a very different sort of like. You don't mind talking to people. I talk to everybody, so I don't mind talking to people. But it's almost like that seedy, like your I don't know. It's very like they're on the prowl. Some places.
Do you have a memory from your 20s or 30s?
I do, but it has not with me, with you.
Oh, see, no, why? Here we go. Everything is not about me, Marissa.
I know it's not about you. So listen, no. So you and I were walking out of like this lounge bar.
I know exactly. How do I always know where you're going? But we've been so many places, but I just know where you're going. But
it's like because you can read my mind. And then I walk out, and I think I'm in front of you, and then I see this gentleman lock. He was like his gaze didn't like you didn't even see him.
You know what he did?
What?
He did the what was that video Biggie had as soon as he bought that wine I just keep up behind. Remember when Busta tried to come up at the bar and Biggie slid in?
Yep.
But I thought you were trying to.
No, but I saw him. I saw him like kind of like you caught his gaze and he was like, and he was like. On the prowl. He kind of like did this swoop around from his friends and came up and you were like, oh, hi. And you guys chatted for a bit.
I dated him.
Oh.
Did I tell you that?
I didn't know if you were going to, I didn't know if we was going to put it all out there.
Well, I mean,
okay.
You asked me for a date, I'm going. Like, I have no standards.
No, oh my God.
If you want to holler at me, my number is... No, I'm not giving my number. I almost did. I was like, no.
Just slide into those DMs.
Slide into the DMs. Your girl is willing and able.
Your girl is open.
Oh, jeez.
No,
but I delete this podcast.
No, not at all.
I'm not even drunk. I'm sipping on some tea, trying to get my cough right. Oh,
no, but I just think about like it's the prowl. But then other places we've been to, and it's like. You and I are literally eating at the bar and having our drink and just our fun talk, conversation, whatever. So I don't know. But I know that when I get an opportunity, I still do like to go out, which is probably one night a year.
To the club?
Oh, I haven't been to a club in
the last time
10 years.
I went to a club. No, it hasn't been 10 years. Remember, we went to the club when we worked at a company together. It was in DC. Remember where you could see did they have the Ferris wheel there? We were outside and...
That wasn't a club.
That was in the hotel. It was the club inside the hotel. Wasn't it a club?
No, it's a bar.
Clubs change? Oh, okay. Well, the music was loud, pumping. It felt like Jim's Hand Laundry.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, that wasn't a club.
It's not a bar. It was a club.
It was a bar.
It had a really long bar with colorful lights and a dance floor.
It did?
Like, what's a club to you?
I don't know.
It's a dance floor and a bar, right? Isn't that a club? And a DJ. I mean, a party can be anything. A party is like, hey, you're invited at 8 o'clock.
But hold up a second. Can we jump to something for that evening? Who did we see in the elevator? And I was so pissed I missed my opportunity because I really, really liked this show that he was on and it had just gotten canceled and I couldn't get the words out fast enough before the elevator closed. Do you remember?
Yeah, and I was hating on him because I was like, why he gotta be with this chick?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was...
yeah, I know.
It was...
Shout out to New York Undercover.
New York Undercover. What's his name?
Come on.
I keep wanting to say Bokeem Woodbine, but it's not.
It's not. Malik Yoba. Do you remember us?
I can't believe like he listened. I told you, it's my mama, Frank, and Missy.
You don't know. Well, he better start listening. Be on to something, Malik. But I really liked that show he was on, and I was really upset at myself that I couldn't get the words out.
What was the name of the show? Do you remember now?
I think it wasn't Inhumans. It was
I'm gonna give. We're on for a couple of more minutes, half hour, 20, 15
Can I
minutes.
Google it?
So go ahead and Google it while I continue to talk.
Yeah.
About partying.
Partying. Jim Tan Laundry.
But I don't miss, the disco nap. and then getting up at 10 o'clock to go out, and then knowing that I'm going to be drinking and wondering, is tonight the night that I'm going to get pulled over like I did that one time we went to the Usher party? That wasn't good.
Oh, that
remember that?
Okay,
Do you want to tell the story? Yeah, you tell the story because you're better at this, and I was inebriated, so you have a better memory.
Wait, I just want to pause. The show was called Alphas. It was on from 2011 to 2012.
All right, so I will make sure to hashtag Malik Yoba.
Alphas.
And if he's listening, then
This is a good sci-fi show. I really like sci-fi. Okay, so back to this evening. But oh my gosh, I'm gonna go all the way with it because there's part of that story that sits with me that's so hilarious. So we go out and we partied. Our drinking party, not party, other party. So we go out and then I pass out in the front seat. And then I get woken up by a police officer. Not me, like we got pulled over. And
you got woke up by the car suddenly stopped.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But funny enough, so we were, oh my gosh, I was so scared. But here's the thing though, I was more scared because we were in my cousin's precinct, and she is no joke. If we would have walked in there because of some DUI mess, she would have wrung my neck and your neck.
But I was driving, so...
No, she would have wrung both our necks.
Well, I don't care about her wringing my neck because she ain't my family.
Yeah, but she still would have given you...
She would have gave me a...
She would have given you such a tongue lashing.
Yeah.
But she frightened me. I gotta tell you, that night set me straight.
So anyway, what happened that night? Can we get back to
so
straight and narrow?
Oh no, okay. I'm gonna start to get the giggles. You're gonna have to take over.
So what? Okay. So what happened? What happened was I was driving. We went to the Usher party, after party. We're
good show.
Good time. Whenever you go to these, shout out to all my former label friends and now social media friends. You know how it was. You go to a party, an after show. After the party, it's the after the
show is the after party.
Yeah, basically that was
after
us.
the party is the hotel lobby.
No, it wasn't. Well, one night.
No, it was
but not
yeah.
that night.
No.
Anyway, so I start driving back, and I guess I was swerving, get pulled over, and the cop was like, "You were swerving." I was like, "Oh, I was." But before he even came to the car, Marissa's throwing mints at me. Put this in your mouth. Put this in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. You know, it's like really.
I heard it messes with the breathalyzer.
So he's like, spit that out. So I take it out and I do the breathalyzer, and what was I 0.18 I think.
You were.
It was very bad. I was drunk.
No, it wasn't. You weren't drunk. You were not 0.8. You were like 0.6, which is like, what is that? Not intoxicated, but inebriated. However it goes.
8 being in there. I remember I think it was a 0.8. Whatever the case may be, I should not have been driving.
Well, so cut to, I was like, yo, ask him if I could drive. Because he was like, I don't think he had he was like, gonna give you a tongue lashing and then let us grab a cab home. Because I don't think you were really over. You weren't intoxicated. You weren't over 0.08. And I remember that. So I was like, oh, can I drive? So he gives me the breathalyzer, and he was like, are you kidding me? You're stone cold sober. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, I drank a lot more than she did, and I threw up out the window, but I also fell asleep. So I think I probably slept it off.
Before he even took the breathalyzer, he's like, he kind of berated you. He's like, what kind of friend would you be if he's like, you can't, there's no way that you can be a friend and be sober. Like he was doing that.
He was doing his due diligence. He was doing.
He's like, but I'll let you take it if you want to take it.
But I also remember that the little piece on top popped out and he had to push it back in. So I don't know if there was something. If something happened, I've never taken a breathalyzer before, and I haven't taken one after. So I really don't know how that goes. But the little thingy popped up and then he pushed it down and then it was like, he's like, you're stone cold sober, and I was like, I couldn't imagine how that was possible. So he's giving me a tongue lashing and he's, really talking to us the way he should have. And
I'm laughing because I just find it. Well, no, I laughed after a certain person.
I'm gonna get there right now. So he's really talking to us and he's getting really, this is our lives. Doing his job and really, it's not just us. The world doesn't revolve around us. There's other people on the road and family people. Anyway. So homegirl, effing girl sitting in the back.
Not me.
No, not you or I. Smoking a cigarette. She flicks the cigarette out, and I see the cigarette flick, and I was like, oh my gosh. It hits the police officer's foot and bounces on the grass. And he looked over at her, and if he could have snatched that girl by her hair and whipped her on the floor the way you see in some of these videos, oh my god.
I started laughing.
I couldn't.
You think that's funny?
Yeah, he was pissed. And he was like, actually gives you a ticket for littering. Blah, blah, blah. And she gets out and she picks it up, and when she goes to get back in the car, she hit her head really hard on the side of the door, which made him, it was like instant karma. So it made him kind of like, it completely dissuaded the situation, and I saw him like hold it in, and he chuckled a little bit. So then he allowed me to get out, which he spoke to me again, and then I got into the passenger seat. And one of the things that he said...
In the driver's seat.
Yeah, in the driver's seat. Which one of the things he said, I don't remember verbatim, but it did stick with me. And it was, you know, if you're friends, and you're true friends, and you really care about others, think about not just yourself. What do you do every time? It's a big responsibility to get behind a wheel. And it's not about not being able to have fun. It's about being responsible. And he was right.
And that's the thing about that is it was a very pivotal moment for me. And I'm not going to lie. It's not the last time I drove drunk, but it definitely was like one of the last times. Yeah, because I got stuck somewhere and it was like I had nowhere to go.
I think I was designated driver from that day forward.
It was pretty much, life changed drastically. And, you know, it's one of those things when you think about partying too. Like I think about, it's like, okay, if I'm going to go out, how many drinks can I have? Can I really drink?
Right.
Can I really, you know, get to that point where I'm like taking shots? Like who's going to care
enough to get you home?
You know, you want to get home safely. Yeah. I don't want to drive. There's been plenty of times where I'm a designated driver, but I want to drink, and I am drinking. And back then, it's like, who cares? Nobody, you know, I'm good. I got a good car. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
wasn't even thinking. And so when it comes to partying, that's also another thing that I think about, you know, these days, where it's like, I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm harming myself, other people on the road, or what have you. And so it kind of hinders my desire to go out, because then you start thinking negatively. You're like,
there's so many things that could happen. Yeah. Think about all those people. Shout out to Pivot. I think about that too sometimes. I'm not a big drinker. I think that day really shaped.
Yeah.
You know, because I remember that vividly, and from then on, I remember always being designated driver, and I never had an issue with it, and it doesn't bother me. But I just think about too where it's, you know, it could be something as simple. You're taking all the precautions. You did call an Uber or Lyft or whatever.
Right. But that back then it was just cabs.
It was just cabs. No, but think about it. You think about it today. Like think about, let's say we go out to the Tequillera for your birthday, and then we take an Uber back. What's to say everyone else didn't take the same precautions? Yeah. So it's, you know, it's a tough situation. But
I know, it definitely is.
I have the same but opposite question for you. When is too young to party?
Well, there's, you know, it's what your idea of partying is. Again, I mean, you know, if you have a party for 3-year-olds, it's not too young, you know. But if you say, like, you're a parent, I've seen this because I've been around your kids. A parent, you know, they don't have another sitter for their 2-year-old. They bring the 2-year-old to a 6-year-old's party, and the 2-year-old's causing havoc, and all the 6-year-olds like, who invited this one? You know what I mean?
Who invited you?
You know, and the same thing when you're like 21 and it's like 17-year-olds. You're like, they ain't even legal. Well, you know, so
there's a new concept I want to talk to you about. It's called family-friendly raves. So you come out with your kids, and it focuses on family life. So when you go out to the rave, sometimes it's a company, or I don't know, an entertainment company, whatever it's called, an organization. It's called Tea Time Nightclubs, where even toddlers are welcome. The parties offer a family-friendly atmosphere so kids and their parents can rave together with DJs, dance floors, baby chill areas. Grown-ups can hit the bars while kids can hit the craft table.
Sounds so corny.
Really?
I know you're a mom, so I don't want to offend you.
No, it doesn't offend me.
I'm going to keep my opinions to my.
But it's not my company. Don't worry about offending me.
But you're. I know you probably saw that and was like, oh my god, that's so cool. I can party with my kids.
Well, no. I think there needs to be a healthy. I know there are people out there.
Right.
Did you remember?
Finish what you said.
I know there are people out there that partying comes before all.
Right.
Which is what I was just about to say. Do you recall a homegirl that was not connected to us but connected to somebody that we used to party with, where she got arrested from coming home from out in the club with us because she left her 3-year-old home alone.
Oh, I don't remember that.
She had an apartment in a house, and when she got dropped off, the police and CPS were waiting for her.
Damn.
Because the child, but here's the thing though, it wasn't the first time.
Right.
The child woke up and started crying. No one came to the child, so it kept crying and crying and crying. Her landlords started knocking on the door and then opened the door to make sure everything was okay because the child kept crying.
Yeah.
So when they came in, they noticed that the child was dehydrated and she was not there. So
that ain't right.
Partying came before all, which that's not the first time.
I know a lot of people where partying comes before all.
Yeah.
I've gone out with people who put their kids to bed and be like, they'd be all right.
That's exactly what she did. And but see that's what's so crazy to me, because it's like, all right, but here's the thing though, if you don't have a kid, would you want to go to a rave like that?
No, but that's not for single people.
It's not?
Why would I want to go to something where it's all moms talking about, oh my god, life is hard. Yeah, as they're like sipping their Chardonnay.
Why it gotta be Chardonnay?
Because isn't that what moms drink?
I don't drink Chardonnay.
Pinot Grigio.
Oh wait, hold up, because you like a Pinot, really? So don't start with me.
No, I like a Pinot, but I mean,
Pinot
I just
Grigio.
feel like Chardonnay is like, I have some Prosecco. Some Chardonnay. I'm a mom of 2. The kids. I like to have a wine with dinner.
When do you go to a cold Coors Light can? How many kids?
When you're an alcoholic. When you're drinking cold Coors Light in the crib, you're just like, you know what? This is all we have left. There's no more liquor in the cabinet. Shout out to the people
who drink cold Coors Light.
Because I like me. I go to people's house and they're like, you want a beer? Let me guess.
Cold Coors Light.
Cold Coors Light. Like people that don't really drink beer are people that drink beer will have like a Heineken or a Guinness or something, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People that are just want to have beer in the house for people that come will have a Natty Ice.
A Budweiser.
First
of all, I really liked Natty Ice.
I liked Natty Ice when it was very cold.
Yeah, right?
Ice. But it's not like when you drink it quick because
that's your pre-party drink.
Yeah, it's your pre-party drink. Yeah. And then, what is that saying? Beer before liquor, you end up sicker. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear.
So we were doing it wrong.
That's why I was throwing up all the time. Threw up in your car, every car you had. I haven't thrown up since you had the Volvo.
No, you haven't. But that'll come.
Pat on the back.
I'm sure.
No, those days ago. I drink, but I don't get down like that. I'm
not over.
And tomorrow, you know what I'm gonna go out and hang out with my mom. And my aunt. And
so your mom can take you to one of these kids' raves.
Like my aunt does not drink, so if I drink, she can be a designated driver.
At what point is it okay? I don't know. At what point does it become? When is it cool to hang out with your mom? Like, at what point are you all like friends? It's never cool
to hang out with your mom, but I don't have none of my friends is trying to hang. Ain't nobody called, although I'm not on Facebook, so there's no reminder, like, Tamika's birthday's coming up, you know what I mean? So I'm like out here on my own, like, Mom, you want to hang?
But I like hanging out with you and your mom. I think y'all's is down.
But you have not even said, Tamika, what are you doing? Your birthday's on a Friday. You want to hang out? I'm going to get a sitter. See, now we're delving into very personal, and I'm about to start crying because I'm gonna be with my mom, my aunt, my maybe two cousins. One might not come. I don't know.
So what are you guys doing?
We're just gonna go get something to eat. Nothing special.
Get a drink.
But on the weekend, I'm going to the Knicks game on Saturday, and Sunday I'm going to a play. My cousin has a play called Ragtime in Oakdale, and yeah, just nothing super crazy, just hang out with my family. I mean, I got friends and stuff, I swear I do.
Stop it.
It's a Friday night and none of them said, hey, Tamieka.
But I don't know.
But it's okay.
Stop it.
I don't mind getting wings with my family.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
Maybe I'll get the pasta alfredo. I'll splurge.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm joking. I actually do enjoy spending time with my family, hanging out with my family. So I wouldn't want to have it any other way. I spend every birthday, I go out to dinner with my family, and I enjoy it.
But I remember when my mom was alive, like, I remember, and she lived in the BVI, so when I would go see her for my birthday and she'd be out, I know the people I was acquainted with down there would be like, oh, your mom's here. And I'd be like, oh, cool, okay. And I didn't act differently with her than without her, so it was no problem for me. But I didn't mind hanging out with her.
I don't mind. I mean, my mom has become my friend.
Yeah.
There was and
that's my question. I think that's my question. At what point does the mother-daughter relationship become friend?
I think you become friends when you have a mutual respect and understanding that not only are you two alike in so many ways, but in a lot of the ways that you are alike, you actually like those attributes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like me and my mom, we've been on opposite sides of the fence on so many things, but at the end of the day, it's like when I fall, that's who's there.
That's who's there.
If my emergency contact all the way in North Carolina, if she got a call, she would come.
Here,
she would drop everything to come. And so that's the kind of mother I have. And even when there's been times where like she threw me a birthday party, surprise birthday party, and for a minute she forgot that it was my party. I'm just saying. She thanked everybody for coming to her party, and was like, oops, I mean Tamieka's party. She had a good time. She was getting drinks at the bar all night. Like she was, and she don't even drink. But she was like, it's free, it's for me. You know what I mean? So, but that's my mom. Like she was never like that before. And once I learned to accept the person that she has become and appreciate the person that she is today, it made our relationship that much stronger. And she's my friend. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with her tomorrow and partying.
And what if she wants to go to a club?
She ain't gonna want to go to a club.
But let's just say,
if she wants to go to a club, I'm gonna be like, all right, cool, we'll go to the club.
So you're not too old to party.
You take the left, I'll take the right.
So y'all are not too old to party.
No.
Hey!
We solved the day-old question. Because she 18 years, her birthday is on Monday too. So she ain't too old to party, then neither am I. But we ain't partying like that, you know.
You don't know what Mama has in store.
We're not partying. We're gonna just go get some dinner.
But it answers the question.
You're not too old to party. But what about you? You trying to go partying? I mean, you can't party with your 6-year-old. She's 7?
7.
7-year-old.
But no.
But you have relatives in your life, 70-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 50-year-olds. Are any of them off limits partying, or do you think any of them are too old to party?
No.
Not because of age, but because of who they are, or
just because I think you should just do whatever the hell it is that you want to do.
Right.
But I will say this: I might not claim you when you're dropping it like it's hot on the dance floor.
Really?
I mean, you know.
You got some nerve.
I know. That sounds so horrible.
I take a piece of this and post a picture of you and Hakmel in the mirror dancing to when we were in DR.
Well, first of all,
looking at yourselves in the mirror like, we look good.
But I'm gonna make it all the way real. I have been obsessed with twerking forever, and I just, for some reason, I just don't think my body's capable. And I was asking for a lesson, but I just wasn't getting that lesson because too busy looking in the mirror. Well, okay, whatever.
I think when it comes to twerking, dropping like high, just dancing, it's all about where you put the beat, where you drop the beat. The body part, your body part are you following the rhythm or are you following the beat? You know what I mean? I'm not asking you to answer the question, but I think when you see people dancing, you can see what they're listening to.
Yeah.
They're not listening to.
But my body doesn't move the ways these girls be moving. Like nothing, shit jiggles, but nothing jiggles the way it jiggles on them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my shit jiggles, so I have no problem in the jiggling, baby. Go ahead, baby. Jiggling, baby. Oh, you said jiggle. I said jingling.
Jiggling.
I jingle and I jiggle. I'm good.
So funny that you say this today. So I
just said that.
I have a little cousin who's turning 21 this year. This
She's
calendar.
Not that little, huh?
He is not. No.
He's not. Okay.
He's turning 21.
Wow, 21.
21. Oh I know.
Does he like to go clubbing? Of course.
Yeah, of
right?
course. Yeah.
He don't be asking us to go clubbing with him.
That, you know what I'm saying?
We're too old. Cause you're too old to club. You're too old to party.
But I said to him, for your birthday, I know you're going out for your birthday. Whoever you're going with, I am showing up. Just tell me when and where. And you already know I got to take a nap beforehand. And
disco nap.
I need more than a disco nap. And I'll have to drink coffee on my way there.
But do you think you're going to fit in?
Of course I won't.
I'm about to say, I thought you was going to say you will. I'm
like, no, of course I won't.
You need to reevaluate.
No, of course not. But I want to party.
Yeah, I mean, that goes to what I was saying earlier. Like, in my mind, I want to party. Mm-hmm. But when I get to the party, I'm like, I'm ready to go. I just, the music don't always be right. But if you go to a party that has a specific theme.
Yeah.
If you go to, like, you can't go to, like, a party where it's, like, or a club or anything. Like, just a regular club night.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to mix, living on a prayer with,
it's Britney,
12 crack commandments.
That kind of sounds
hot though. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh, back into the music industry.
But if I see a 90s, I'm stuck on the 90s. But if there's a 90s night, I'm all in. If there's an 80s night, even the early 2000s, I'm there. But like some of this stuff today, I'm old, but I'm not trying to hate on it.
You want to talk about feeling old? So one of my kids was asking me about the olden days, right? And I was like, hold on, what are the olden days?
They always talk about the olden days.
The olden days. And she goes, I don't know, like the 90s and the 80s. And I was like, the olden days. And she's like, yeah, like the 2000s and the 90s and the 80s, the olden days. She's like, did you have a phone?
Did you have a phone? You have a phone now. What is she talking about?
I don't think
she didn't think there was phones back then?
Yeah, she didn't think. I was like, the olden days. Because whenever she sees like a black and white or like a western or something like that, she's like, is that when you were alive? Did they have that TVs when you were alive? Was it in color when you were alive? And I'm like, little girl, if you don't shut your mouth.
You need to pop out the two-way pager. Show her.
Motorola two-way pager.
This is how we used to communicate.
Oh my gosh. And then I showed her, it's funny because the other day she was talking to someone on the phone and she kept pointing the phone to whatever she was talking about. And I was like, baby, that's a home phone. That's not FaceTime. And she's like, they can't see me? And I was like, no. And she's just handed me the phone in disgust and didn't even say goodbye. And I was like, oh my Lord.
Times have changed.
What's happening?
Times have changed. But hey, your kids will put you back on the straight and narrow.
Make you
put
feel
some
old.
Perspective on your life and make you realize that, you know what? I need to just put them to bed, give them a bath, get in the bed myself, watch TV, and not go to the club. I'm too old to party. Okay? You're too old to party. I'm not too old to party only because I have no kids. So because I'm not committed in a relationship with a spouse or a boyfriend and I have no children, I'm able to go out there and get my eagle on, drop it like it's hot, two-step in it, all of that. I'm able to do all that. You, on the other hand, should probably, find out, binge, Netflix and chill.
And literally chill.
And chill.
And literally drill. Oh,
but yeah, it's definitely something to think about. And like I said, tomorrow I'm not going to the club or anything. Even though it's a Friday night, I am going to enjoy my time with my family and walk into the new year, walk into this new age, grateful, confident, and accepting of where I'm at in life and knowing that there's only more and better things to come.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Have a good weekend. Don't party too much.
And if you do, don't drink and drive.
But call me. I ain't got no friends. I want to hang. No.
I want to hang out too. Maybe like a brunch though.
See, you done changed it already.
During the week while my kids is at school.
Anyway, goodbye, y'all. Goodbye. I'm out.